As soon as the kidnapping plot was foiled and publicized, social media just blew up. A relative term, particularly when you consider the thinking behind some of those posts that simply should not go ignored. Whether it's Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, or even the person standing behind you at the grocery store, comments supporting the terrorist plot to kidnap and execute the governor of Michigan have popped up.
They take to Facebook, they take to social media, and when they do that, they spread violence through their words.
Suffice to say, when people say things like keep trying or look for a plan B, it is not the fact that people are willing to say and write those things publicly. It's that they think those things that makes it dangerous to everyone, according to terrorism and political violence expert Professor Peter Trombor of Oakland University.
I can't recall a time when we have had a president who seems to inspire citizens to violence against other American citizens.
He has studied terrorism and violence, and he says there is a direct correlation to far-right terrorists and extremists and their ability to incite and carry out violence and bring in sympathizers.
We have to take it seriously, frankly, because of the extent to which we are an armed society. It is easy for people to follow through, to go beyond the threat, to go beyond the posturing. Think back to the anti-lockdown protests in spring and summer, right, in Lansing. And that one in particular, that one episode where the guys with the guns are up in the public gallery looking down. Two of the people arrested for this plot are captured in a photograph of those guys.
Dr. Margarita Guri is a psychologist and expert in bad behavior.
Life is not a video game. We don't get points for bad behavior and destruction. We don't. And I think people become keyboard warriors and they forget that smack talk at game time is so different than nasty, unkind tweets and other kind of very visible input that fuels rage, hate, bigotry, and violence. There's no excuse for that.
You can tamp it down by making sure it's not welcome on your social media accounts. Professor Trombor says, for people you know personally, engage them in polite conversation. Don't try to change their minds, but remind them that this is not patriotic. This is language and thinking accepted in countries like Turkey, Russia, and Iraq. In the United States, our entire union is based on the fact that we do not assassinate or promote the assassination or harm of political leaders or others who don't agree with you. But if you don't know these people personally, don't engage. Every interaction is gasoline on the fire. Simply block them so their poisonous words don't seep into the consciousness of others. Paula Tutman, Local 4.